Yasin Betty Mali. Saso Figa Gada. Baby Unga Hambi.
What up? Hello and welcome to the Nothing But Football podcast. It's been a while. Back in the hot seat, but it's been an interesting week in football. I've got my friends and fellow football enthusiasts with me. To my right, I've got Mr. Potion. I almost called you Uncle Potion.
I get it. It's confusing being on the side of the table. Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you guys had a good week. I don't know what else to say, man.
How was your week?
It was alright. A nice chilled week. Can't complain. It's winter, so indoor things these days.
Away. And to my further right, I've got Uncle Curtis.
Football is it's rigged. It's rigged. That's all I can say. I see you, FIFA. I see you, UEFA. You just don't want Arsenal to be great. I see it. It's fine. It is what it is. I'll just go on my solo hikes and read books on top of mountaintops.
They don't want us to be great, or we don't want to be great.
They don't want us to be great.
Well, let's get into it, guys. Let's first start with the bread and butter, which is the league, obviously, and get straight into the results. Now, a lot of things in the league have sort of been foreclosed, like a foregone conclusion. Like City's pretty much taken the league. We'll get into their results now. The relegation battle sort of
it's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Big Sam down.
Before we even started.
Yeah. I'm appreciative of that one, actually. But anyway, so it really only seems to be the top four that's still up for debate. And that's where we'll start with our fixtures. So on Friday, Leicester City 2, Newcastle United 4. Yeah.
Yes.
I missed that game.
Yeah.
No, that was to Newcastle. Newcastle. Yeah.
I missed it. Damn. Oh man.
Quite an entertaining
Shout out to
game.
my boy Joe Warlock and his team.
So
Did he score?
You did?
He did. So for Leicester, it continues a little bit of a bad run towards the end of the season, just like they did last season, actually, that had them falling out the top four. And we talked about the remaining fixtures before. So this result, guys, Leicester, do you still have them in the top four race? Still giving them a chance?
Of course. It's 3 games to go. Depends who they play. They might shock Man United tomorrow. Who knows? Or today. I don't know.
Well, it being Tuesday.
Yeah. So, who knows what might happen?
Yeah.
If they win that game, then they're firmly back into it.
Yeah.
United have all but guaranteed second spot.
Yeah.
Chelsea on the up and up, but Chelsea play Arsenal tomorrow. Most probably lose, but if they lose that, then it also throws another spanner in the works. So they're still within it. It's not like last year where they just fell out of it completely.
Yeah. Mr. Poe? So Chelsea's overtaken them, right? But they're still about 5 points clear of Leicester, of West Ham, sorry. So
Yeah, but
top four race, you still...
I think they're still in it, but like we said, we've spoken about this. This happened last season as well, where when it counted, Leicester didn't show up.
Yeah.
So
To just remind you, their last 3 games, guys: United, Chelsea, Spurs.
They're going to beat Spurs.
5 points ahead of West Ham. So
Just one win then.
they're all difficult games.
they're all different.
They're all very difficult games. I wouldn't want to be Leicester right now because if they lose, then it's going to be like, they're used to choking.
Yeah.
I don't see them losing all 3 though.
We hope as a Leicester fan, you hope so.
All 3.
As a neutral, you hope so. Because Tottenham's also now decided that they're going to fight for the top 4 race.
They just lost to Leeds. I'm okay with that.
No, but I'm just saying that, every team thinks that they're in it.
Okay.
So
Let's get on to some other results then. So Liverpool were playing at home against Southampton and they won a game at home. Liverpool took that game 2-0. Goals for Mane and Thiago. I think that's his first goal of the season,
yeah.
So
it seems like it's a weekend of firsts for
quite
a
a
lot of
few.
players, actually.
And he was out here busy saying that he's doing it for the guys on the bench who work hard but don't make the starting lineup. Oh, that's disrespectful.
What a humble man.
Yeah, that's not a humble man. That's disrespectful. Imagine I'm on the bench and you score your first goal of the season in game 35 and you're telling me this is for you, I'll go swear at the coach after the game. I'll be like, so you benched me 35 days for this man to score 1 goal now.
Curtis Jones is like, what?
I'll swear at the coach.
Man. No, but I feel like, no, it's a good result for Liverpool. Now that they could possibly be Europa guys.
Yeah.
It's a nice week to end off because they're joining who? Juventus. It's going to be a very entertaining Europa next season.
So to both of you guys, this takes Liverpool into 6th, 6 points behind the 4th spot Leicester with a game in hand, and to play Leicester. So top 4 Liverpool. No. We just spoke about Leicester. Does Leicester hold Liverpool out?
The thing is, there's 4 games left.
For Liverpool, 3 for Leicester. 4
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's 4 games left. Anything
how many
can
points?
happen.
How many points are they behind Leicester Liverpool?
6 with a game in hand.
So
and to play them.
And the Liverpool are not going to beat Leicester, Man United. Who else are they playing?
Not sure.
They're not going to win all those games. It's not going to happen. Already for the Man United game, they're saying Fabinho back into defense.
Yeah.
Now they're starting to do shaky things again.
Yeah.
They're not going to win all 4.
They've got Liverpool's playing West Brom, Burnley, and Crystal Palace.
Burnley's on a run of form.
No, I get you, but
And Burnley is Burnley at home.
And it's Manchester United 2 days after Leicester.
You see,
so
they're not winning all those games.
Big Sam might try to prove something. You're saying
he has nothing to prove. He's just proved that all those years ago he should have been relegated. The luck was on his side.
All right. But to Liverpool, I mean, we're not throwing them under the bus like we were early in the season. Their defense looks a little bit more stable. The team looks a little bit more stable.
Yeah, I think things are looking better for them. I'll give them that. Things are looking better.
Yeah.
So, good for them that everything is kind of working out.
Yeah.
Next season's going to be a different animal.
Yeah.
You've got your defenders are back, even new additions. So you just got to end off the season right.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do as Liverpool right now.
Fair enough.
So I was saying, they'll be fine.
And to another top four challenger, and I know this might sadden Mr. Poe here, but West Ham United lost 1-0 to Everton.
Yeah, shame. I don't know. Everton is a tough side to go against as well.
Unpredictable.
I mean, this was meant to be their season as well, where they broke into top 4. So credit to Everton. It wasn't really. I think I watched that game. It wasn't really it was a balls to the wall game, but things didn't work out for what's his name for West Ham. Good for Everton. Again, it's the same thing. Builds up for the new season. You're just building up momentum for the new season.
Uncle Curtis, your favorite player, Dominic Patrick Calvert-Lewin, scored the goal.
It's Everton. Ancelotti doing a solid job. Nothing much to say over there. They're going to be in the Europa Conference League. Well done to them. At least they'll see European football next season, unlike some other teams.
Yeah. Guys, West Ham's top 4 chances, 5 points off. 3 games to go.
I think the top 4 is the top 4. I think it's
as it is. Fair enough.
I think Leicester, fortunately for them, Inaccio's on form. It's not like normal where Vardy normally goes quiet now.
Yeah.
They've got a striker who can carry them. So, I mean, I believe they'll do it. It'll have to be an upset if anything happens. So,
Leicester over West Ham. Honestly, Leicester over West Ham.
Leicester over West Ham.
Financial-wise or reputation-wise, you saying?
Just reputation-wise, because Leicester have been playing in Europe all these years.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these guys that come out of nowhere to come to top 4, Europa League, whatever. They do nothing in the competition and lower England's coefficient. Let's stop there.
All right.
I get you. I do believe West Ham will embarrass us if they go.
Imagine if Sheffield made the Europa League this year. Oh, they would have been getting hands week in, week out.
In Europa League?
Yeah.
I think they would have made quarters. 32 for quarters. Yeah, I think the Premier League is that strong.
the team that finished 20th and couldn't win a game for nothing.
Listen, with no fans,
Hindsight.
with no fans in Europe, things it's no longer about
Passion.
you know,
And
passion.
It's about technical ability now.
Hey, those teams that don't mind kicking it long, Alaves and all those other European teams would be surprised by it.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I digress. To another top 4 challenger who, in my opinion, actually falls out the top 4 challenge after this game. But Spurs lost to everyone's favorite second team, Leeds United.
Shame.
Ryan Mason is the
That leaves Spurs in 7th, 7 points off top 4. 3 games to go. 9 points in total available.
It's Ryan Mason, like he's out with depth versus Bielsa. Kane, did he score? He did nothing in that game, Kane.
He actually had a goal ruled out.
Very
Right to
tight
himself.
offside.
Yeah, very tight offside.
It's not even tight to me. It's offside is offside.
Yeah, well, it's one of those ones where we'd both be complaining if it happened to us. So I feel like, shame, they were, I won't say hard done, but
It's happened to us, and
rules are rules, I guess.
we're told rules are rules, so I'm saying rules are rules. That's all I'm saying over here. So they must stop saying that offside is offside for one team, and then for other teams, just, they were hard done by A. His toe was offside, his toe was offside.
I'm tired of
That's what they said to me about
I'm tired
soccer.
of hearing commentators change their narrative,
When it comes to judging.
which is what happened in this game. They're like, I
was
feel like
just a toe.
I feel like this system is a bit cruel, whatever.
Yeah, because Spurs scored first, right?
Yes. Yes, they did. No. Actually, that was an early goal from Leicester.
Sorry.
Early goal, then Spurs scored, and then the offside goal was after that.
Oh, yeah, the offside goal was
Yeah.
for 2-1. But look, it's an offside. Like Chris says, if it's offside, it's offside. They pulled out the drawings and the lines and all of that.
If we're not going to be condemning what's this offside rule unequivocally across all teams, then we shouldn't be saying, no, it's not offside for one team.
Don't we?
No, they don't. I'm saying in terms of comments of some pundits after the game, where they start saying, they were hard done by. In another game, it was offside. Just because you don't like the team, don't change the way you talk about the team. If you believe something's offside, you must be consistent in how you say it applied across the board. It's like, I don't like Liverpool, but if it's offside, it's offside. If it's not, it's not. And you just got to stick to that rule of thumb. Like, just say that it's offside, it's offside. Stop saying, they were hard done by. No. Every team is hard done by those close calls, if we're going to be honest.
Fair enough. Now, I want to go to the game of the day on Saturday. Turned out to be a Champions League final dress rehearsal, with both teams having gone through their respective semi-finals in the Champions League. It was Manchester City versus Chelsea. That game ended 2-1 to Chelsea, but that tells only half the story, right? So City scores first. City gets a penalty. The legend who's about to leave the club at the end of the season, obviously remembers the time when his goal secured them the title. Yeah. And he wanted to do it with style again. There's a Panenka penalty, and Mendy got on his knees, made a sandwich, got up and caught the ball.
I put it to Mendy. That means Mendy's been doing his hard work. He knew that, when this guy's feeling himself, this is what he does. So you got to give credit to the goalkeeper. He did his homework.
Yeah.
So, Flip. And you look at that side and you think to yourself, Pep was just experimenting.
He was. I think he played one midfielder.
Yes. Because to tell you the truth, every manager knows the first, if there's, especially like with games like this, where there's one game before, like a dress rehearsal, before the main act. If you win a dress rehearsal, it's gonna be very hard to come back and do the same thing. Yeah. So you can kind of tell, like Pep's attitude was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it easy and kind of see what this guy has to offer. You can tell Pep is trying to study what Tuchel's trying to do. Tuchel doesn't care. Tuchel just wants to win. So, I don't know. It's going to be a very tough, a tough final for both teams. Because both are trying to do this whole these chess moves.
Yeah.
But so to me, when I looked at those games, I know Chelsea have been beating City, but it's always a weakened City team. Yeah, I feel like Pep knows Tuchel's tactics better than Tuchel knows Pep's tactics at this moment in time in terms of the specific teams they're going to play. The game that they won in the league in the FA Cup.
In the FA Cup, yeah.
Wasn't the same team that lost in the league, and it wasn't the team that Pep plays in the Champions League.
Yeah.
All right. So now you've played 3 different tactics and you beat a team with Aguero in it who Pep doesn't favor. What's going to happen in the final? You're going to have to start coming up with another plan, but he knows what you're going to do. So Pep has experimented and see I can lose a game 2-1 while playing one midfielder, like you guys were saying, because I haven't watched the game.
Yeah.
One midfielder. Like, do you think?
Yeah, Pep went to 3 at the back also to match up.
So it's like, sure, I can change my team and still narrowly lose to your team, but I should have won it. If it wasn't for the Aguero penalty miss, right? It takes me 2-0 up, and then you only score in the last minute, right? How much longer can you ride your luck as Chelsea? Yes, they're winning, but honeymoon phase has to end. I think nobody at Chelsea's got more than 6 goals.
Werner's the top scorer still.
Wow.
And they've been keeping that many clean sheets. Their success is from the defense.
But that's very scary. The most trash guy in the team is the one who's still scoring more goals. That's very
scary.
weird.
So it shows me that even next season, like, Tuchel has to improve. He has to get players in. Because if your top goal scorer is 6, you're not going to win the league title with...
Does he look like a 6 next year also type of player? Werner?
No. I believe the only way is up.
The only way is up, but you don't know when up is going to hit. Because as much as we chastise Werner for not scoring, he does a lot other for the team. He provides a lot of assists and stuff like that, but you still need your striker.
Yeah.
What happens when you hit a bad patch of form and nobody in the team can score, and you need that one striker that will just give you that one goal?
Yeah. Look. That's true. But just going back to the game, let me start with you, Uncle Curtis. So Chelsea obviously needed these points more. They're still in the top 4 battle, although this gives them some good points there. City would have taken the league that day. Look, it's such a big cushion. They don't have an issue at all. But looking at the game, Chelsea for me actually played better in the game. But I mean, City would have gone 2-0 up. Yeah. Now the title's still there to secure it, right? So I'm going to bring us to the Aguero penalty, guys. What does this do? There's a lot of chat around. What does this do for his legacy?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Nothing. He's won you many titles. And going back to that penalty, if that thing worked out, it was going to be genius. They were going to say, they were going to whip down his pants and praise him.
Okay.
On your knees and stuff. But like, I feel like it was just unfortunate. I'm sure that wasn't Aguero's intentions to miss and take it, lightly. But it just happened. So I think And to come back to something, Pep has this tendency where, especially when they wrap up the title, they wrap it up very quickly. He has this tendency where his team like relaxes. So I think this works out nicely for him because there's still that challenge, as in like, we haven't won yet. It keeps the competitive spirit
going. Yeah.
So, from City's point of view, I feel like this was a good result. Not like obviously points wise, but like to keep them in the game mentally. I feel like if they win, they automatically get relaxed.
Yeah.
Rather let them chill. They're still in work mode, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. As a dress rehearsal for the final, guys. Does this give you an insight into the final? Or
Pep has never lost a Wembley final. Has Pep even lost a cup final?
I think he's only lost the one.
To tell you that,
I think to that Gareth Bale in that Kings, but I think there's like 30 finals.
And that's the Copa del Rey or whatever.
Del Rey, yeah. Every other final is one.
And there's how many finals? Like
he's got
don't count it.
He barely
like
loses.
Sharp, he lost at Wembley in the semi-final, but this is a final. We're talking about a man who doesn't, when he gets to the business end of things, he does not waste opportunities over there. And it looks like he's going to stay there and build a dynasty and take over from the other club in Manchester.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things. This is Pep's competition from a City point of view, this is the one that he can't win. Obviously, that's going to be on his mind.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. But also, I also feel like Chelsea's a little bit too confident because they've been here too many times. Well, they've been in this position more than what's his name, than City. So I've gotten that feeling even from the fans, like they feel like we're gonna take it because City have never done it.
In fact, I'm gonna support Chelsea because it seems like the teams I support don't win European competitions. So
reverse psychology.
Yeah, reverse psychology.
What happens if they win?
What if then Chelsea's my new team?
Okay.
Look. I actually want Pep to take it because I think his legacy deserves it, but I think it will be a tough challenge with Chelsea.
Yeah,
tough.
It will be.
As the weeks go by, you can see they're getting more and more comfortable with the system. They already got a system where they're barely conceding goals.
Yeah.
But as the weeks go by, they get more and more comfortable with it.
But the way I view it is, it's maybe peaking at the wrong time. If you get what I'm saying.
No, where's the wrong time?
But this is what
in terms of you have to have a dip.
This is what you said about your team,
What?
the red and white team.
What did I say about them?
You said rather they peak at the right time. There's no right time to peak.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, like you are bound to go on a losing streak. Yeah, you are bound to get tough times. Do you want the tough time to be in a final, semi-final, or do you want the tough time to be when it doesn't matter?
Yeah, but how do you dictate that?
I don't say you I'm not saying you can dictate that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying is the thing that will be in the back of players' mind is when does our tough time come? Because we've been having it our way this whole time. When does it come? And it's when you least expect it. So I'm not saying that they'll play any different or anything like that. But then if they lose, I wouldn't be surprised because it's like, when was your tough time? Because it's like, sharp, they're not conceding. They conceded 5 against West Brom. Right? And then they went to rectify that. But it's when are you going to be challenged? Because you'll never go throughout a whole season unchallenged. You're going to go through ups and downs.
True. But we, at the business end of the season, 3 games to go, a cup final to go. Why would they still be worried about negative times? There's only 4 games to go.
I'm just looking at it. But we'll see how it goes.
All right. Let's go into Sunday's fixtures. Uncle Curtis just talked about changing teams there, so maybe we'll start at what the team he does support.
I'm playing. I'll quit football before I change teams.
Arsenal 3-1 against West Brom sent them down to the championship. Let me start with Uncle Curtis because I'm sure there's a wry smile about sending Big Sam down.
That's the
relegation.
That's the only enjoyable thing about that win. Otherwise, screw that team.
About the win.
That's the only that we sent Big Sam down, but otherwise, screw that team. Honestly, no. Screw Arteta. Screw his tactics. Screw that team. You couldn't save 1 goal for Thursday. Screw that team.
Mr. Potion, let me bring you in here. We are talking off the back of a win.
To tell you the truth, I didn't even watch that game. I think I watched a nice Sunday movie. I was fed up with those guys because they lost the game that was important in Europa. I watched the highlights today because obviously I can't sit up here and talk nonsense.
Yeah.
I needed to know what I'm talking about, so I watched the highlights. Well, the long highlights, not the 5-minute highlights.
In depth.
Yeah, I figured let me give, let me give some effort. Yeah, dude, they did what they had to do. They scored 2 early goals and then, they kept quiet for a while.
Yeah.
West Brom came back because they could see, hey, okay, there's an opportunity. And then we got a miracle with the Willian goal, which never happens.
Yeah, I think is that his first goal?
Yeah.
First goal of the season in all competitions.
Yeah.
Not even playing against, I don't know, flipping third-tier football teams. That was his first goal. So, I don't really, good on us for earning our little trophy for knocking out Sam Allardyce. But I don't think we did nothing major. We're still in ninth place.
Yeah.
I think it's even to the point to me where we're not going to play European football next season.
Yeah.
if they don't get their tactics right and win that league next season, Arsenal is a spent force. Like, I will not argue with top teams anymore. I will keep quiet because we'll literally just have one competition.
Yeah.
We're playing once a week.
Yeah.
Every other team that was out of such competitions like all Europe, they ended up winning the league when that happened.
Yeah. So does this now, because obviously the elephant in the room is Arsenal came into this game having been knocked out the semi-final of the Europa League by Villarreal. It was a 0-0 game, hey? Yeah, Arsenal needed a goal to get through, and that's obviously where the sentiment leads into this game, because you'd think these are sour faces for a win. But does that result sort of bring reality back to the season now? Because you have the hope of, we'll get to a final, we'll win it.
Yeah.
Obviously now you're out the semi-final. How do you pick apart the season?
It was a terrible season. It was terrible tactics. It was terrible management by that manager. If he won it, it could have been something else.
There's something I want us to just, we can discuss it in the next segment. But essentially, I feel like, dude, we failed. We failed our objective. Like, we wanted, obviously, to win a trophy was obviously the first objective.
Yeah.
But also to to stay in Europe was also probably another objective. Whether it's first tier or second tier Europe.
Yeah.
I'm sure we wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
But we'll discuss it because even to me, it's from the beginning of the season, we only had one player signed. Sharp, we got the money for Partey.
You only had one player signed?
Basically.
Partey, Gabriel.
Okay, fine. Okay, Partey, Gabriel. But
Wasn't Gabriel last season?
Was this season?
Gabriel was last. Oh, sorry.
Saliba was last season.
No, Gabriel Martinelli. I'm thinking Gabriel Martinelli.
Okay, but what I'm trying to get is with the transfer plans, they had to overhaul the squad. It's a failure. All right, because
with the plans.
Yeah, what they were saying, they need to get a new creative player. He frees out Ozil at the time when we go on a losing run because you're too stubborn to change the team back to say, okay, fine, I just need to get wins.
Yeah. Is the FA Cup victory from the other season, is it still saving him? How are Arsenal fans viewing Arteta?
It gives him the first 10 games of next season. If football is not better and if we're not winning in the first 10 games of next season, he should be fired by game 8.
Mr. Paul?
No later.
How is he still getting credit for that FA Cup victory?
I think he is. He won us a trophy.
Yeah.
Give him that. Even Community Shield at this moment helps him out.
Yeah.
We can't take that away from him. But he's had moments where he's been stubborn. Things need to change, or you need to play certain players, and you don't. So I think he'll be under more scrutiny. He's very fortunate that everyone's trying to get owners out. Everyone's blaming the owners. Man United's blaming owners. We're blaming owners. Everyone's blaming owners for mistakes.
Yeah.
So he's fortunate for that. That's how I think he's going to last. He's going to get the job.
But fan sentiment are the fans still with him?
There's other fans with him. I'm not at this current moment.
I feel like a majority of the fans, they might not be with him, but it's like, okay,
not vocally yet.
No, it's one of those. Isn't like, dude, you messed up, but you know what? If we give you an opportunity, you need to show up. So I feel like it's one of those, because everyone knows, like, the most humbling thing that could have happened for us is for us to get beaten by our old coach. Our coach, we were shouting, saying Emery out. That was the most humbling thing for fans. So guys are realizing now that, hey, okay, we cried for the last coach to get fired.
Yeah.
Now you need to you can't be emotional and say, hey, let this guy out. Because you're going to let this guy out, he goes somewhere else, he comes back, he beats you, and then what? Who's the problem now?
But he needs to learn from his mistake. He made too many mistakes this season.
He's young. It's okay.
Not for a top player.
No, he's young. No. It's okay. Let him learn.
No.
The thing is, if he
learn at under 23.
No, bruh, he's destined for greatness. According to people, he's destined for greatness.
But go learn under 23.
So you want him to go to under 23s?
No, if we're going to talk about learning, you go learn at under 23.
No,
because what I'm saying is at every point in the season.
So why do you give him 10 games of next season then?
Because you could lose the first game, cool now, but I need to see a pattern of play. What's developing. Like he
This is
can't.
a while now. You're still looking for a pattern.
No, but I'm just saying he can't lose the first game of next season. Then you say we're gonna fire him. I can't say that. I have to see how the season progresses.
Yeah, but my question is, why do you let him get to game 1? Why are you saying let him get
You
that
know
far?
what? To tell
That's
you,
why I'm asking.
to tell you the truth, there's some certain sentiments I agree with him about.
Yeah.
Arteta.
Yeah.
Where he's saying that there's a lot of guys who are just willing to cruise through the team. They're just happy gaining the paycheck and just collecting money. I agree with him from there. Hence why I'm saying, if we give him an opportunity next season, because we will get rid of a lot of dead weight,
Okay.
give him that power. Let him get rid of who he wants. Let him bring whoever he wants. If he brings them and he still fails, then, you can't hide behind anyone else.
No.
start again.
He's been giving too much time. I'm just saying.
But it's
I've been giving too much time to me because you're saying about players coasting, salaries, what. We made Champions League with Andre Santos,
But that's very good.
Jose Benayoun, and a bunch of other players who were nowhere near top level anymore. But we keep on making excuses for Arteta. He's making too many mistakes. Like, to me, the Saliba sending him out on loan and not playing him when he was at Arsenal. Mistake number 1. Because
But you told me he fixed your defense.
he did, but it's mistake number 1. I'm talking about the mistakes about man management here.
Okay.
He fixed the defense, cool, but these are the mistakes that he's making. Ozil and etc. Mistake. Benching Aubameyang, mistake. At crucial times. Pepe, it's a mistake to me, but we'll talk about that stuff later.
No worries. Just going on to the last of the games from the Big Six. Man United away at Aston Villa. Game ended 3-1. It's within United's crazy run of fixtures. So okay, let me start as from the United perspective. United went a goal down in that game. Good goal from the Villa player, although turned Lindelof inside out.
Brilliant goal.
Eh?
Brilliant.
Goal, yeah. United came back, penalty from Bruno, then a goal from Mason Greenwood, and a goal off the bench for Edison Cavani. The result leaves United still in second place, ahead of Chelsea in third by 6 points with the game in hand that will be caught up. But I think United is almost secured with second position. So a good result from that perspective, a good performance. I was actually very impressed by the fitness of the team. Actually in the Europa League and in this game. I think the second half, the team finished the game strong. Guys, from your perspective? Mr. Poe?
You know what? I think we need to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a lot of credit, because I actually did watch that game. And I've noticed the pattern. Even though Sky Sports has been jerking you guys off this whole season. But I do understand why they're doing that. Even though you guys go behind, you guys have that knack of coming back.
Yeah, I think it's 10 games.
We need to give Solskjaer credit. Like he's one of the few managers, the few top managers who doesn't play with structure. He doesn't do that thing of like, oh, you need to pass your way out. Like he doesn't do that. He somehow lets the players, have their own character.
Yeah.
And I've been liking that. I've been enjoying you guys actually.
Yeah.
I've been watching you guys and I feel like
The football's decent.
yeah, you guys have been decent.
The football's very good.
One of the few teams who've kept it real. I'll use that term. Because I feel like that goal from Aston Villa, it was a fluke.
Yeah, it was against the game.
Yes.
Or against the run of the game.
No, it was a fluke. Like it was one of those where literally Aston Villa got one opportunity and they just took it. And that was a magnificent shot. It was away from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah.
But after that, you guys turned it on and you showed your quality. So, yeah, I got to give you guys credit.
Uncle Curtis, United fans raving about Edinson Cavani again. In the Europa League semi-finals, he scored two goals in both legs and a goal off the bench in this game here. Again, so maybe your views on Edinson Cavani and then United's season as it approaches a close.
Good player, good goals. Can't criticize when you're scoring. The only thing that I can say is United need to start getting the replacement ready. It's not going to be Greenwood or Rashford that plays like Cavani. We've seen that.
Yeah.
Or Martial. It's not so.
Yeah.
I saw that they gave him a contract extension.
Cavani.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
cool. That saves you for next season. But who they signing in order to replace Cavani after that? It's you need to have that player now. You shouldn't be replacing Cavani when he's leaving.
Yeah.
Because that's what great managers did. Before your player leaves, you already got the next player to say, hey, you must start stepping up performances. You're the second striker now, but as soon as this guy's gone, it's all up to you now.
Yeah.
And that will decide where Man United are going to go in the future, whether they're going to go back to winning Premier League titles or not. Because Bruno signing, brilliant. It changed the outlook of things. You get Cavani, another good signing.
Yeah.
It takes you closer to league titles when he starts playing on a week in, week out basis.
Yeah.
But now what happens when you remove a player like Cavani over a long period of time in the season?
And it's 34. He didn't play all the games this season, so it's like next season will be less.
Because it was like, what Oli said, that we're in the final because we have a striker who scored us 4 goals in the semi-finals. And that's how you get to cup finals.
Yeah.
That's how you might win cup finals.
Truth.
Having strikers who can do that for you. So that's how I view on the Cavani on the game. That's well done. It's peaking at the right time.
Yeah.
I forgot what else I wanted to say, but well done, Man United.
Any Mr. Paul, any signs in United for next season of what they're doing this season? Do you think United can challenge next season?
To tell you the truth, I feel as though it's going to be the same thing for you guys. The fact that Bruno Fernandes is what? He's your second top goal scorer. He's got 9 goals, and Rashford has 10. That's very bad for you guys.
In what?
In the league.
9.
Yes.
Bruno has way more than 9.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. Marcus Rashford.
Oh, yeah.
And Edison Cavani.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the strikers. Forget about the boy wonder.
Oh, sure.
Or the pen wonder, as we'll call him. But normally it would have been Martial and what's his name?
Rashford.
Martial and Rashford. I think that's worrying for you guys.
What's worrying?
The fact that Martial didn't do as well as he should have.
This season, yeah?
Yes. Let's not act like Martial didn't have a lot of opportunities. Martial actually played a lot for you guys.
A lot of the start of the season, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking at that and thinking, it's bad for you guys moving forward because, Sharp, I get it. Now, Cavani's having a good period, but Cavani didn't start the season like this. Cavani was actually it was quite a dry period for him in the beginning of the season. So
in terms of playing wise, I think his minutes to goals I suspect would be all right. But it took a long time to get him fit, and he was coming off the bench a lot and that kind of thing.
I'm just looking at it from that point of view. Like, I'm not saying assuming is wrong.
Because his total is about 14, 15 goals.
Yeah, assuming is wrong.
Not breaking
but let's think of it this way. If things go the same way, can you count on Martial and Rashford to rescue you guys?
I can count on Rashford. I'm not sure if I can count on Martial.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm saying that as much as this, Bruno's a good, not Bruno, Edison Cavani's a good, super sub.
Yeah.
Like, that problem still needs to be worked out because we can already see Bruno's now, his role is kind of changed as the season gets in deeper.
Yeah.
And I feel like next season, players are not going to afford him the same space that he's getting now.
Yeah, that's already started when he was going through that drought. Just because they were just closing the position he takes.
Because I've started to see it. When you were saying that he's still playing the same way, I now see it. That it's not that level of impact and hardworking level has changed. It's now that everyone knows. Hey, same thing with every big team.
True.
They watch you like, we can't let this guy score.
On a side note, I would like Chelsea fans to apologize to Man United and Bruno Fernandes because their top midfielder, the manager who got fired, Frank Lampard, Bruno equaled his highest goal scoring season.
Yeah.
27.
I think most goals from a midfielder.
And Bruno only scored 2 more penalties than Lampard. So we should have been calling Lampard
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Lampard had about 10 to 12 penalties that year.
that's why they
I don't
say-
think Bruno was above the penalties. I think
He's buff.
He's above.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's above. But it doesn't matter. Bruno still got 3 more games to get more goals. So we should have been calling Lampard Le Penalty or something. I don't know, but
Le Pen.
Le Pen. We should have called him Le Pen because he was banging in penalties.
Lampe. I think
Taking them away from Drogba. Drogba could have had way more. And then we might have...
Drogba would have been up there.
Then I might have started giving him some praise. But now I can't because he wasn't scoring enough.
But guys, this take some time now. Like, subscribe, follow, do everything for every platform that you're on. We'll check you in part 2. Yes, there's a part 2. Follow the link.